Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello student, how are you today? I hope all of you are fine. To start the lesson, we pray together. Finish, thank you. Students, before we continue the lesson, you can check your WA group and Google Classroom, because there I have sent the assignment that you have to answer according to our lesson of today. And then students, it is important to tell you about the goal or the aim that you have to gain related with our discussion. Please listen it. Here are the aims that you have to gain for this learning activity. First, you are able to identify the social function, the structure, and the language feature related with the procedure text. And the second is you understand and could make your own procedure text correctly, whether in the structure or in the language. And the last is you understand and could present your procedure text and record it. Now, for your next learning activity, please discuss the following questions and then try to answer the question together with your groups according to the video that I would like to play here. You can write the answer on the worksheet that I have prepared. I will send the worksheet via our WA groups, and then you can download it and write the answer on it. How is this video? Please watch it together. So do you know what is the video that you have watched together? Yes, it is about how to make a cup of instant noodle. Do you know how is the material that you will need? To make this food, you will need the following material. And then the steps of making it are as follows. Students, actually, the animation that you have watched together is about a procedure text. What is a procedure text? What are the language feeder? How is the generic structure? How is the social function? And how to compose it? Let's watch the following animation. From the animation that we have watched together, we know that procedure text is a text about how to make or to do something through its sets of sequences. Kind of procedure texts are 1. Recipe, 2. Manual, and last is itinerary. And then for this occasion, we will focus on a recipe as a kind of procedure text. The generic structure of procedure text, especially for recipe, are as follows. First is goal, second is material, and the last is step. The language features that usually used in a procedure text are as follows. 1. Use adverbial of sequence. 2nd, use command or imperative. 3rd, using adverbial to express detail, time, place, or manner. And then using action verb, and the last using simple present tense. What are the social functions of a procedure text? There are 3 social functions about a procedure text. 1, it is used to describe how something is done. 2nd, it provides series of steps in sequence. And the last, the communicative purpose of text is to tell the step of making or doing something. Here is another example of procedure text. As you know that a procedure text consists of a goal, material, and step in sequence. Now, for your second assignment, please analyze the following example of procedure text. I have prepared 2 kinds of procedure text, and then you can compare from the following 2 examples of procedure text, which one is better according to the rule of a good procedure text that we have learned before. That is the one example, and here is the another example of procedure text. Do you think which one is the better? Please analyze it and please write your answer on the second worksheet that I have prepared here, and as usual, you can submit it in our Google Classroom. And this is for your last assignment, students. Here on the screen, I have prepared 2 kinds of drawing. You can choose one of them and then try to compose a good procedure text according to the picture. You can discuss it with your groups, and then you can submit the answer to our WA groups to get the opinion from me and from the other groups. If you think your written text is good, you can try to make a good recording video, a good video recording about the text that you have made before. Please prepare all the material, all the tools and the steps about making it, and then try to make a video recording about it. And then after that, you can submit your video through our Google Classroom here. Right? You can submit here in our Google Classroom to get the assessments. Right, students? And this is for your last assignment, students. Here on the screen, I have prepared 2 kinds of drawing. You can choose one of them and then try to compose a good procedure text according to the picture. You can discuss it with your groups, and then you can submit the answer to our WA groups to get the opinion from me and from the other groups. If you think your written text is good, you can try to make a good recording video, a good video recording about the text that you have made before. Please prepare all the material, all the tools and the steps about making it, and then try to make a video recording about it. And then after that, you can submit your video through our Google Classroom here. Right? You can submit here in our Google Classroom to get the assessments. Right, students? So finally, now we have arrived at the end of the lessons. Before we end the lesson, let's make the summary of our today's lessons. Could you tell me what is a procedure text? Yes, procedure text is a text that describes about how to make or to do something through its sequence of steps. And then now, could you tell me what is the generic structure of the procedure text? Yes, procedure text consists of three main parts. One is goal, second is material or ingredients, and the last is steps. And then now, what kind of procedure text? There are three kinds of procedure text. They are one is a recipe, two is a manual, and the last is about itinerary. And then now, student, could you make a summary about the language feature about the procedure text? Yes, a procedure text use adverbial of sequence or using temporal conjunction. The second using command or imperative, and then the third using adverbial to express detailed time, place, or manner, and then the fourth using action verb, and the last using simple present. That is about the language feature. How about the social function? The social function of a procedure text are: one, used to describe how something is done. Two, provide series of steps. And the last, the communicative purpose of the text is to tell the step of making or doing something. Alright, that is about the summary of our today lesson, students. So, before we end the lesson, please don't forget to keep study hard, keep your cleanness, keep your healthy, and then students, please try to submit all the assignments. It is important to tell you about our next matter. On the next matter, we are going to study about notice. So you can prepare it to our next matter. What is it? Yes, it is about a notice. What is a notice? You can open your browser. You can search it on the internet. So you can make a preparation before. Alright, students, that is about our lesson for today. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.